Welcome to Huntington,
And
West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's
loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Marshall!
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes the grab on the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity.
Lofts one high and deep.
touchdown.
And he will score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels.
Good defense.
Going to be a little bit more conservative.
That was a freshman, too.
I have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking to pass, it's Price. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops the throw. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. The back goes in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Swings it out to the flat. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll try the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The hand to the running back. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 30
nice.
And a fresh set of downs. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. They go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered in.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. And it's
What the hell?
despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Marshall offense makes
We'll
its
win
way
in
back onto the
person.
field. That last drive will go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Who are you throwing at, buddy?
To the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Dropping back.
Is John Cena on your team?
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Romero. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how
Excuse me, I ate ice cream.
if you're the more physical team. If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Just shy
Alright,
of midfield
I swear,
at the
if you do
47,
the
defense
same-
needs a 3rd down stop.
Good.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Nope.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quickly to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass is intercepted.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up for...
He's running free down the middle. He's in the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 10 over NC State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hand off from the gun. He's knocked
Good
down in the
defense.
backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Shakes off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. They'll throw it on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Working that left side now.
I don't know what
He threw that one with
is
some
going
serious
on.
heat. This senior quarterback doesn't
I think
have a
he
lot of
slipped.
space to get it in there. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Price. They're working that left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Rifles it down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly. And
that's a pass on the fair.
Looking for more room.
Let them score.
He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick 6. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really
Good
good
defense.
to go to.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Price. Trying to get to him. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block, it's Romero. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Fires to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. Makes a connection. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Price. Gets rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our
It's
halftime
horrible.
update. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. From inside the 10, here he comes. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last two games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Price. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's right on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Marshall quick to the line. He'll do it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. If every journey begins with a step,
If we can hold them to a field goal, that would be great.
Conversion and then try to turn it into some scores and fast. Unloads it left. It's complete. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. The spin, still on his feet. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. Now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires it. It's
Oh.
and he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Utah.
Off the play fake on first down.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now the play fake. Looking left. The pass falls incomplete.
Good defense.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, it's Price. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs.
I thought that was incomplete.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. And they
Good
get to the
defense.
quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from...
And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Marshall! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Handoff to the lone back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Always
They
on
can
hard
really
clock.
be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They'll go to the ground. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Working on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Block that kick. Block that kick.
They'll immediately call timeout. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and time is winding down. Fires to the middle. Lost the defense. He's wide open. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Price. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Herd! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute